Cheers. Let's have some fun today. Hey, the Red Rocker Sammy Hagar here. Welcome to another episode of a Rock and Roll Road Trip. Now this week, we are back in Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. Riverside, California, Waco, Texas, Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm sitting here backstage and I'm talking with Joe Elliott of Def Leppard, a person I've known for 40 years. You're still here today and doing better than ever, or as good as ever.
Yeah, easily.
I mean, how did that happen?
The audience went away, but they've all come back. But they've come back bigger. Last year was our most successful tour or year in our entire career.
That's
bigger than '88.
Jack Sammy Hagar, first of all.
I know
Thank you
you
for
are,
doing this.
Mr. Van Halen.
What's driving you today?
I set goals for myself. So now that I'm done playing, just want to remain successful.
Rob, how are you? Thanks for doing this.
Always good to see you.
Who's Rob Thomas going to be in 5 years from now?
I want to be sitting here talking to you saying that I just finished my favorite record I've ever made.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it.
So, Ted, what am I in for today for a rock and roll road trip? Do you think we can squeeze all this into one trip?
Not a prayer.
Not a prayer?
Not a prayer. We're going to go into uncharted territory. You've heard about the road less traveled. This is the non-road never traveled, and you, Sammy Hagar, are going to break it open.
We went to Big's house and we went to Rich's house. Got them both in the same house now.
Tell you what, I never thought we'd get famous enough that we'd have, by God, Sammy Hagar sitting up on the roof jamming on our Gibson guitar.
And loving it. And loving it,
Hope
by
you
the
had
way.
a good time in Nashville, man. It's an awesome thing to have you here.
Hey, Joe, Sammy, you in there? Okay, what's the secret to longevity? You've been around a while.
If you can break through to a different generation than yours.
Hey, you gotta
That's the
slip it
reason
down.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And the other thing is don't get too famous. Just
Somebody
get
else.
famous a little bit.
Yeah.
And stay that way.
Stay that way. You've done a better job with the legacy I've ever seen than anyone since Freddie's death.
Freddie was always inspiring. And if he was here now, we'd be doing what we always do, I'm sure.
I'm sitting here with Nuno and Gary, and I just heard some music, and wow. I mean, how do you get from the grungiest, down and dirty stuff to the lightest stuff and all points in between?
To me, I never looked at it like, man, we're into rock or we're into pop. It was all of it. So I was always kind of like that. You are what you eat, right?
When Extreme came out, we always considered ourselves a bastard child of Queen, Zeppelin, and Van Halen. You know, which we were. We had a little bit of all
Throw the
that.
Beatles in there.
Throw the Beatles.
Stay tuned for more new episodes of Rock and Roll Road Trip with Sammy Hagar, coming soon.